For me, that's the sound of aliens taking off. I'm a big fan of aliens getting the hell out of here, taking off. I love I love animations. I like invisible travels and magic tricks. Making things, animating things visually is cool. But I think there's more to the imagination when you can do it invisibly in a sense. So I'm gonna make 4 items invisibly travel 4 different places. Front right pocket, front left pocket, back left, back right, behind me. 4 different pockets. For this, we're gonna use actually 4 coins. Oh, wait a second, sorry. Let me get that last coin here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Watch. The first coin gonna travel from here over to this pocket. Boom, just like that. One's gone, of course, leaving us now with 3 coins. The second one's gonna go behind, back pocket. Just like that. Leave me now with just 2. Let's listen. Oh, that's nice. 2, okay. Watch. This one, snap, jumps to the other pocket. Leave me now with just, you can see it, 1 last coin to go. Watch the last one. Gonna go from my hand right to the last pocket. Boom. That's 1 in the front pocket. 1 in the back pocket. 1 in the back pocket. And the last one, as I said, in the front pocket. This is a great workout for a bunch of different palms and things. I have revealed or taught a few of these techniques already on the channel, including my Himber count, which is based on the Himber Vanish. This particular count I'll show you in a second is also credited to Larry Jennings. He also came up with it independently. It's kind of a cool 2 for 3 count. There'll be a bunch of palms I'll show you as well. This is definitely next level. There's only a couple of routines on my whole YouTube channel I share like this. If it excites you, gets you hot and bothered, and revs your engine, this kind of advanced sleight of hand, definitely, as I always say, InsideDeception.com. For those you want to take it to the next level, that is the place. There are hundreds of videos there, super advanced sleight of hand. This is really just a peek at how difficult and hopefully how beautiful a sleight of hand can get with coins. So we start, okay, and we have 1 coin in the left front pants pocket, ready to go. We've got 3 coins in the right pants pocket. Now, it took me a long time to figure out how to get to where I want to go, and I find when creating magic, sometimes what I do, and I did this with my trick called Fooler, or Cardboard Contortionist, my torn restored card, is I set up conditions that make it almost impossible for me to fulfill, and it forces me to try to come up with a creative solution. Sometimes they're a bit fudgy and not really convincing, other times they come together. And this is one that is sort of works because it's totally organic. The magician says, I'm going to make 4 coins. I'm going to make 4 items invisibly travel to 4 different spots. In fact, the 4 spots are my front pocket, my 2 back pockets. As for which items I'm going to use 4 coins. And you say before you get there, I'm going to use 4 coins. You go in your pocket and you take out your 4 coins and you show them. And now this unspoken script is, oh, wait a second, I just grabbed 3. Where's the 4th? Well, of course, it's in my pocket. That's the implication. And what you do, what you want to make it look like, I'm going to show you something with 4 coins. Oh, wait a second. I got the last coin here, and you flick it and you add it to it, okay? That's what you want it to look like. What you actually do is I'm going to show you something with 4 coins, apparently put them in the hand. But what I've done, and they heard them land in the hand, is I've held back 2 of 3 coins, okay? And this is not a hard technique. This is the Benzeus click pass, which originally, the Benzeus click pass, is you have 2 in your hand, and there's no real palming going on, and just by tipping the hand over, this coin is gonna kind of stick to your fingertips. Unless you're an ancient mummified man, and there are a bunch of them, I'm quickly becoming them, one of them, not them, that'd be very weird. And in his old age, Jay became several different people and lived in different houses around the world. How odd that would be. As long as you got a bit of moisture, natural moisture, anxiety, sweat from performing will do it. You tip, and 1 coin, just the coins land, and then 1 slides neatly into the hand. If you do the same move and you have 1 classic palmed, what you effectively get is the audio and the visuals of 3 coins being spilled into the hand. But 1 stays back on the fingertip and 1 never leaves the classic palm. So you show 3, you could even say, oh, you can even go something with 4 coins, and as you do this last tap, as I've mentioned on the channel here, you can literally kind of make sure that this one's securely in your classic palm and then turn your hand over, all right? So those are the pieces. How does it flow together? Going to 4 different places, and for this I'm going to use 4 coins. Go to your pocket. Oh, and you don't say, oh, the other one must be in my pocket. You just go, oh. You turn, and again, this is already, you should have got that in classic palm, like that. You show these, turn, go to your pocket, and remove the 4th and final coin and add it. Okay? So the illusion really flows nicely. You show 3 coins, okay? 3 coins. Then you go to your pocket and you produce the last one. Now, I use this technique a few times in my coin work where I feel just in case there's a bit of tension, I want to diffuse it with a slightly larger expansive action. And that is, so I dump only 1 coin goes in there, go to my pocket, leaving one of the coins, coming out with one of the coins, and I flip it and catch it, okay? Then I give it a shake. Do not sweat. Experienced coin workers might be able to hear, hey, that doesn't sound like 2. And I think that's a 1989, 1990 coin. Okay, those are the advanced coin workers. Lay people just hear the 4 coins in there. Okay, 3, you added, and that's what's really cool about being so far ahead, is clearly this wasn't a false transfer. This last one clearly went in. Okay, so 4 coins is the idea. Transfer them to the right hand, snap your fingers, say the first one is going to go, point to one of your pockets, anyone, except leave this pocket for the last coin. I'll explain why. Snap your fingers, boom. Now, you want to open your hand and show 3 coins. What would be nice is be able to open your hand and actually count 1, 2, 3 coins into your hand. That would be really nice and clean. But you only have 2. So what do? This is the Himber count. This is my variation on the Himber vanish. And it really does replicate that action of 3 coins going into the hand, okay? And here's what I'm doing. I'm doing the Himber vanish, which I won't go into too much detail here. But the Himber vanish is when you drop a coin into the other hand and it's gone, even though they saw it fall. It's one of these ones that, doing a false transfer where they see it at the fingertips and putting it in the hand is one thing, okay? That's one thing. But to take it and apparently drop it from one hand to the other and still it's gone is a kind of a different level. And what you're doing here is this. You're letting the coin, I told you this would be hard, guys, letting the coin make 1 revolution and land on the tip of the pinky. Then the finger is going to curl and bring it back into the hand. Now, obviously, this is angly. You don't want to do it from this angle. You actually want to turn the hand here and use the curled fingers as cover for the vanish. Now, I was playing it one time. I realized if you already had a coin in the hand, as it fell, you'd get the click, and then if you pull it back with the finger, it'd be in the hand, and you could maybe show the same coin twice. So here, you drop 3 coins. You drop 1 coin into the hand, mimicking what you're going to do in a moment, okay? The second coin you're going to push out, do the Himber vanish where it falls, lands on the pinky, but behind the fingers, is pulled back in. You do not use your thumb. This is something I really want to emphasize to my students. You don't use the thumb. What you need to do is pull this back into the hand to this point and then use the momentum of the hand turning over to pull it fully back in. Okay? So 1, 2, pull it back in, and then have this sense of finality, 3. Put it all together, and it really can look like 3 coins. So you had 4, made 1 vanish, now you apparently have 3. You're so far ahead. Snap your fingers, and now you can show just 2, and you show them very fairly. And with these 2 coins, you can do this classic idea. Just hold them on the tips of your middle fingers. Don't know if you can hear this. Now, in normal bars and clubs or whatever party, people won't hear this. But he happened to be working, I find, when I've done a few shows at the SPCA, the dog pound, the dogs go nuts when I do this. So it's a nice little thing. It's just, I'm expressing my canine love in a way that society doesn't frown upon. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, something for the cheap seats. So you're there, you get the 2 clicked like this. Now, luckily the slides get easier. Now you're gonna basically, you can do, from the table, if you want, you can pick up 1, snap your fingers, make that vanish if you want. You can do 1 coin vanish. Or you've got the 2 here, and any false transfer work. Here I'm gonna actually use the Benze's click pass with the last 2 coins, apparently snap my fingers and show just 1, okay? Then I'm gonna do the David Roth shuttle pass, okay, to show just 1. And then do my own flying shuttle pass back, okay? So it really looks like one. I've taught this a couple of times here on the channel. The David Roth, the tip I'll give you here is it's when the side of the pinky hits the side of the fingers that you want to turn the hand over and show the coin. Okay? It really looks like just one coin in the left hand and then being transferred over the right. And here we use a classic palm, and as I apparently throw the coin to the other hand, the momentum, I'm not gonna flick, okay? I'm gonna turn the hand over, and it's not so different than the last coin with the Himber count, where I turn the hand over, you combine the two, and I think you'll agree, it really looks like I just have one coin in my hands, but it's actually the two being concealed, okay? The reason why we left this last is because we're going to create a sphere of focus right here. Usually, because I'm really sexy, the sphere of focus is over here. For now, we're going to go back over here, my friends, okay? And with apparently only one coin, but one's actually in classic palm, I'm going to do my upside down retention vanish. And again, this is taught on another video here on the channel, where I apparently put it in, because I don't want to do this, and have too much time before I pull it out of the pocket. And by pull it out, I mean the coin. I don't want to have too much time. So I really want to, because of course they're going to start thinking it's in the other hand, obviously. So I really want to create the sphere of focus and almost get a sense of a melting, or it vanishes and it's right, you know, as if it goes through the back of my hand right into the pocket, okay? And move this as quickly as possible to the final stage of revealing the coins. So it's a transfer. You could use a finger palm or retention, whatever's going to work for you, but you do have to be classic palming the coin at the same time, right? You're here, boom, the last coin. It's as if they're doubting, could it have actually gone in there? And you show there it is. So that's a very convincing moment. I'm also going to do David Roth shuttle pass over here, switching this coin for this one at fingertip rest. So he vanishes it, shows it. That's one came, and I put that down. That's one from the front pocket. This one that's in finger palm, I go around, reach to my back pocket, and produce this out of the back pocket, true to my word, okay? The third coin is going to be the one that's in classic palm here. As I go back here, produce the third coin. And as we use this, similarly earlier in this routine, this idea of convincing, you know, and it's so nice that the last one, you reach in and grab the coin, okay? Or if you want to flirt with someone close by, of course, you ask them, you can say, and the last coin, would you do the honors? And they go inside and they pull up the coin, and I find if they like you, they tend to spend a fair bit of time looking for the coin. As magicians, we tend to have a very narrow or limited or even myopic idea of what constitutes method. What is the method to that illusion? How do you create the illusion? We often think method is the palm or it's the gimmick. But there's so many other things that come into method. Acting. You're acting. Not even what you say, but the way you act can be a huge part of method. And if you look at different performers, different magicians, it's amazing how this performer will be very strong in this regard, but doesn't use this much. Or this performer is very strong in these two, but doesn't use that. And so it can be very powerful. You can look at yourself and get a sense, okay, what are the areas I'm strong in? And what are the areas that what are the areas that already come naturally to me? And you definitely want to lead with those. But also, what are the areas that you're not as strong in? And this is something I run in some of my creativity classes and different kinds of seminars, is this notion of stop sticking to your strengths. You hear people say stick to your strengths. There's a lot of power in that. But to take what you're doing, whether it's communication or magic or comedy, to the next level, to become to the next evolution for you, it's also really good not to stick to your strengths. So where are you less strong in? And I mention all this in regard to this trick because one of the things that I think this really makes this work is the scripting. Not so much scripting that just supports what's happening now, but what's about to happen. Now, typically in comedy and magic, the idea is you don't tell people, in business, when you're doing the classic presentational approaches, you tell people what you're going to show them. Then you show to them. Then you finish by telling them what you showed them. These three different levels. And I can see how from a marketing point of view, a selling point of view, trying to convince someone they're very effective. In performance, you want to be more subtle. And here, though, obviously in a joke, you don't tell people what the punchline is going to be beforehand. But here, you actually, I tell people what I'm going to do beforehand. I want to create the image. once they have the image, the map of what's about to happen, in a way now, I don't have to work as hard. I just have to now, I've told them what I'm going to show them, and so I feel that that image helps support the proceedings. I can be a little more implicit because I've already explicitly told them what I'm going to do, all right? So when I tell people I'm going to make the 4 coins travel to 4 different pockets, the front pockets, the back pockets, that's what's going to happen. The 4 coins are going to go. They're all set up in many ways. So when I take out the first handful of coins and, oh, I got 3, not 4, hold on, then I get the 4th coin, it doesn't throw them off because they know 4 coins are going to be involved. And so one by one at the end, too, when I reveal them and get that flow, this is the kind of coin trick, I think, where the pacing is very important. The pacing for the sleights at the beginning, but also for the reveals at the end.